What's up, guys? Some of you have requested a prediction video, and this is literally the perfect card to do it, so why the hell not? Seriously, what a card UFC 259 is. It's insane. Every time I take a look at it, it gets better. The depth of this event is unreal. The matchups, the types of fights, the various weight divisions, everything about this card makes it worth watching from beginning to end. But before we get into it, this video is presented by I've got no sponsor. Okay, feel free to follow the timestamps and skip chunks of my content to get to the main event prediction. But first, in the early prelims, always exciting to see Jake Matthews. He's gonna face Sean Brady, who's a promising undefeated prospect. It's a pretty ridiculous fight to put on the early prelims, but I won't complain. Also, if you've never seen Tim Elliott fight, please don't miss out. This dude's style is amazing. Probably gonna win against Jordan Espinosa. Now, the what the hell prelim card. Never seen a prelim card that good, to be honest. Kai Kara-France in the first fight. What the hell? Joseph Benavidez, whose last fight was a pay-per-view main event, faces a very skillful, undefeated Askar Askarov. Crazy fight. Song Yedong, must-see TV. What the hell? Dominic Cruz on the prelims. What the... This is actually the first fight we're gonna break down. Not gonna go too deep into it, but yeah, Kenney should be able to win this fight. He likes to put pressure on his opponent, and even if I see Dominic Cruz picking him apart on the outside, I just don't think it's gonna be enough to impress the judges for 3 rounds. I see Kenney having the better moments, the more powerful punches, kicks. I'd be extremely surprised if Cruz finishes Casey. He seems to have lost a bit of pop in the last few years. But who knows, maybe he's gonna picture Keith Peterson's face on Kenny's body and just rip him to shreds. However, I think this is gonna be a close fight and Kenny's gonna win by decision. And now, the freaking main card. It starts with a bang. Thiago Santos versus Alexander Rakic. Both guys are capable of head-kicking each other's head into orbit. Both guys are so goddamn tough and powerful. Just 2 absolute monsters. Gotta be honest with you, I have no idea what's gonna happen. This fight could go to the ground, or the clinch, or stay on the feet. This fight could be a minute long, or a decision. This is a total wild card fight. One thing I do know is that Rakic is very slick with his defense. He doesn't give a lot of opportunities with his approach, and he should be able to evade those big bombs from Santos, as they are, let's be honest, pretty telegraphed. The kicking game should advantage Thiago, but the reach difference will be significantly on Alexander's side. My uneducated prediction, Rakic will win by late TKO or decision. But seriously, anything can happen in this fight. After that, the second biggest favorite on the card, Islam Makhachev, will fight Drew Dober in a lightweight contest. Now, a few years ago, I used to put Drew Dober in the gatekeeper category. Well, he's more than that now. He's a contender. He's really impressed me in his last few fights, and honestly, I think his stand-up is better than Makhachev's. Islam can mix it up very well, of course, and his grappling is brilliant, but according to his coaches, he's never shown his true potential in the octagon. The only logical explanation, this guy is particularly afraid of failure. If you look at his entourage, it seems obvious. They are so successful and put so much faith in him. The pressure must be freezing him in some capacity. That would explain why he seems to perform at a worse level than in training. For Dober, it's quite the opposite. No pressure at all on this guy, and his potential seems to have flourished in his last few performances. The way I see this fight going, Islam will probably take Drew down and punish him on the ground. I think Dober's gonna scramble, he's not gonna let himself get controlled, but ultimately, he's gonna be on the bottom sometimes and lose points. However, I think Dober is going to be able to occasionally stand up, and when that's going to be the case, he's going to be a threat. If he does hit Islam a few times, or forces Makhachev to make a big mistake, Islam is going to feel the fear of failure. He's going to start making mistakes he never make in the sparring room, and Dober is going to finish him. Easier said than done, obviously. Anyways, I honestly believe that this will be a much closer fight than people are expecting. People sleep on Dober. Islam cannot do that. However, I'm going to have to go with Islam because of the grappling prowess. Possibly early submission or decision, but I'm calling it right now. Dober has all the X factors on his side. Now, let's get to the really good stuff. The first of 3 title fights. Petr Yan versus Aljamain Sterling. If you want to show someone the highest level of MMA, show them this fight. it doesn't get any better in terms of skill in this sport. This promises to be a show for the purists. And their styles match up so well also, it's a disgustingly attractive fight. Petr Yan can finish anybody on the feet. Aljamain Sterling can finish anybody on the ground. Aljo drowns you when he gets you down. Petr is 1, 2, 3 steps ahead of you when you stand with him. His ability to flow into the transition is unheard of, to be honest. Please pay attention to that during the fight, how Yan seems to change from one position to another so effortlessly. It's like everything has been rehearsed, like a dance, and it's partly because he's an expert at reading his opponent. He likes to take his time and analyzes you extensively. He always gets better as the fight goes on. Aljo cannot let him find his groove, or he's gonna pay for it. And fortunately for Aljamain, he's got the perfect style to make Yan hesitant. Unlike Yan's last opponents, Sterling has a very unconventional style. You gotta see it to believe it. He fights different than everybody else. He's not named the Funk Master for nothing. He moves really awkwardly and he can land some crazy techniques on the feet, but it's really on the ground that he does his best work. I mean, the way he rear naked choked Corey Sandhagen, he didn't give him any chance. If somehow Yan gives his back to Aljo, he's most likely gonna lose his belt. However, I gotta be honest, I don't see many paths to victory for Sterling. He can definitely pull off a submission or land something extremely crazy on the feet, but if he doesn't, I don't see what he can do to derange Yan. Petr is so patient, so aware of the grappling threat. He's got exceptional movement, terrific balance, unmatched reflexes. In my opinion, his scrambling ability is going to be enough to keep Sterling at bay, and once he starts finding his reads, he's going to take over. He's going to get better in the 3rd and 4th and dominate from there. I see it playing out similarly to the Aldo fight, but who knows. Both fighters have shown a very strong mentality, which makes this fight even more exciting. And to be fair, Sterling has faced slightly better competition. However, I've got to go with my gut. I think Yan is on another level in the stand-up and even in the clinch. My prediction, the champion by TKO anywhere between the 3rd and the end of the fight. Pretty confident in that choice as well, but we'll see. What we will also see is the greatest female fighter of all time in the octagon. The always exciting, powerful destroyer, Amanda Nunes, will face the long, rangy striker, Megan Anderson. The odds are absolutely insane for that one. Amanda's the greatest, yes, and she deserves to be a sizable favorite, but 10-1? That's just not right. I've been saying that Megan is the toughest test for Amanda since the Cyborg fight, and I truly believe her reach is going to cause problems to the champ, because that reach is freaking significant and counters Amanda's best abilities. Nunes likes to catch you at the end of her punches, at the end of her reach, and that's going to be super hard to do against Anderson. Nunes is going to have to mix it up if she wants a smooth sailing victory, and she's definitely able to do that as her all-around game has gotten better and better, but she's going to have to watch the kicks from Megan. If she can catch those kicks and drag Anderson down, she is going to multiply her chances of winning. But like I said, that reach is no joke. Even Holly Holm, the boxing world champion, chose to take Megan down when she fought her, and that's because Megan Anderson can easily break your orbital bone if you don't pay attention. If she can establish her kicking game, it's going to be a tough night for Amanda. So yeah, I think Megan is massively underestimated by fight fans and odds makers in this one. She's never been knocked out, she's got a massive reach, great knees, powerful punches and kicks, and maybe she can cause some problems to Amanda in the clinch. Cause Nunes has shown vulnerabilities in that department against Germaine de Randamie. She looked really human in that fight, but we'll see. My prediction, Amanda Nunes by TKO in the 1st round. I expect this fight to be kinda short, and I wouldn't be surprised if Megan comes out on top. However, Amanda's the greatest ever, so can't bet against her. By the way, if you want to make a juicy $1 profit, you can bet $10 on Amanda and pray she wins. But if you like money, bet a few bucks on Anderson, or just not bet at all. And finally, last but not least, the main event. Jan Blachowicz versus Israel Adesanya. What a great fight this is, I honestly can't wait. You know, this is as good as it gets. It's a perfect test for both fighters to show how good they really are. A lot of people think Adesanya will win. A lot of people think Blachowicz will win. And sorry to tell you this, but I'm not gonna break down this fight too much right now because I already made a 13-minute video that details this fight extensively. So if you want to check it out, it's gonna be in the description, and you're also gonna be able to click on it at the end of the video. For now, let's concentrate on the prediction. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I believe the odds reflect the chances of winning for both fighters. I think Adesanya is going to win, simply because Jan's style plays right into his game. I think that without the size difference, this would be a relatively easy fight for Izzy. But then again, there are so many questions. Israel by TKO in the second round is my final prediction. Again, I go into much more detail for this fight specifically in this video, so don't miss out, and go watch it before Saturday if you'd like to make your own prediction. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Sorry, I know I haven't really been active in these last few weeks. I've been working on a massive project on Daniel Cormier, so that took a lot of my time. Anyways, I'll try to make up for it by making at least 2 post-fight breakdowns for the 3 title fights that we'll see this weekend. I hope you'll enjoy them. Alright, see ya.